And welcome to another World of Tanks recording. This time I'm in my Chaffee, the Tier 5 American light tank, and it's on Ruinberg, and I've picked this battle because it shows quite well how you can play in a light tank on the city map. This is of course low tier, so the tactics are slightly different for high tiers, but it should give you some ideas of what to do. And what I like to do in this position where I'm right now is to rush down the larger road here on the 5-6 line and do a spot, and then if nothing is challenging me, I'll dive into the little alcove they added a few patches ago, this one right here. And here I'm telling the Type 64 to follow me, so if there's one tank we can fight it. But as you can see here, there's no one. There's an ARL, but that's it. So I decide to rush across and get in the cover, and the Type 64 YOLOs in. So now it's just all about, working down these tanks on one hit point. That's always nice. And of course, if you're in a Russian tank, then this position is even better because you are hull down, and therefore it makes it really hard for people to damage you. But what I'm doing right now is just sort of trying to spot across, see if I can find anyone. And now there's a T-3485 who proxy spots me, so I pull back after taking one shot. I should have probably pulled back earlier, and now I'm afraid he will come this way, so I'm waiting back here just to see what he does. But he decides to just walk across the open, so I pop around and start shooting him. And I track him to make sure he doesn't move. And now he's looking at me, so I hide. And generally it's just staying out of harm's way, especially at low tiers, because you have so little health compared to the alphas of guns. And you can see so far they have a lot of tanks out in the field, so I'm just trying to just spot across, see what I can find and so on. And we're winning the city now, so I know that they will now push down here. And when they get to around here, a lot of tanks will sit in the back and just shoot across. So I'm trying to remove as many tanks as I can and keep them spotted until they push. And also a Leopard on 3 health, so the Leopards, they were lucky, at least for a bit. So it's 6-4 now, but soon you'll see what I was talking about, that these heavies, they just push and will find it not the easiest to do. I find in normal mode on Ruinberg, if you take control of the field, you can control the caps a lot better. So that's why I usually like to play field. But yeah, you might be wondering why I've picked this replay, because so far it's been relatively standard, but you'll see in a second or two why this replay is interesting. And here now you can enjoy some Russian RNG bias. One miss, one bounce with APCR, and one miss. So that was nice, that was fun. That was completely where I aimed. I mean, 143 pen is not magnificent, but it should be enough to go through the lower plate. But I see, so now I'll just pause. Now these heavies are stuck because they have a firing line here. And I want to, as we are all sitting in this corner right now, or this area. So my idea was is to go around like this, see if we can find this P43 or the Leopard and engage them, and then hopefully move my way through the small village and then spot, and then that way create a crossfire and spotting areas. So that's what I start doing. I can't take too many hits because I'm already near half health, but luckily I have a light tank and I have good camo and good spotting, because right here I noticed these two tanks are flanking around in the city, and at first you could be tempted to go after them, but here I know that they will get absolutely, but yeah, they will be manhandled by all of my heavies when they do that, so I just ignore them. They're not in our cap or anything, so I push up and take care of the other tanks. If I had gone after them, I could have probably killed them both, but I would have been damaged quite severely, and they're not a threat in any way doing what they're doing now, because I spotted them. Our heavies will know they're coming, and the 5916 just shot the Panther 4, so I know he's somewhere right in front of me where he was last spotted. So I'm playing it quite slow and safe. Luckily there are a lot of bushes here, so I just sneak up and I spot him and then pull back so he can't spot me back. Double bush, or 1.5 bush. There we go. And now it's just finishing the Crusader, although he got he got blapped. And now you can see the P43 and Leopard met our tanks and they got, yeah, as expected, they lost that fight. So now it's just a Grille and a KV1S left, so I push in and clean up. So this is mostly just to show you that creating crossfires in the field here is quite important. Also to note, I'm now on 1 HP, so I suppose RNG paid me back a bit there for that Grille shot. But yeah, as in, I like the field in Ruinberg when it's a slow game like this, because you can move around, you can try different angles, and then eventually overpower the enemy. Although right here it's not the not the worst or best, sorry. So yeah, oh, pause a bit too early. There we go. Knock down some trees. So this should give you a sort of, it's nothing fantastic, but this game ends up being an ace tanker with 1.6 thousand damage, 1000 spotting, 4 kills in a tier 6.5 game. So, oh yeah, and you may be wondering why I don't have post-game screenshots. It's because of my aspect ratio. I can't edit the videos, so I have to upload them raw, which also means I have to do it in one take. And therefore, yeah, as I said, you will not get any post-game stats, but I'll give a link to the replay so you can download it if you want yourself, or just check the stats out on the different tanks and so on. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short and simple video, and feel free to leave some comments and dislikes, all of this down below, and feedback is always welcome. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.